Hey everybody, Chris Denny with Denny's Country Life. How's everybody doing today? I hope all's well. Here we are, 2021. This is my first time poking my head out of my shell here for the year, but I figured I'd say hello and let you guys know what's going on, kind of do a little bit of cattle talk and show you the progress on the shop. There has been zero progress on the barn since last time you guys saw. That was quite some time ago. I guess the only thing that I can say I did do was I got the barnyard cleaned out really good. It had decades of growth. Basically, it just had never been scraped. And so there was voluntary trees and invasive species of all different kinds growing around the barn and in the barnyard. So the video that I did of me spreading manure and hanging out in the barn, that day I got the barnyard cleaned up pretty good, but so not a whole lot of progress there. I still need to build a bunker and I still need to re-roof the flat side of the barn, but we are where we are, and it's just kind of the best that I could do. My focuses have been on finishing the house so that my wife actually has a comfortable place to come home to and to cook and whatnot. So that's kind of that. I've been focusing on the shop. Almost all of my funds have been going towards getting that up and running. So I've got some jobs going and starting to actually get some cash flow through the fabrication shop, and so that's been a real big help. But anyway, so let's talk cattle a little bit. So this is 23. She is a sweetheart. She's hilarious. She's got quite the personality, and we love her. She's she's just a funny little critter. She's got a little pot belly. She is fuzzier, poofier than the rest of the calves. Her winter coat really came in strong. So she's bow-legged, and she has a really screwed up moo. She can't beller or moo properly. It's really funny. I laugh almost every single time, but I think genetically something's kind of screwed up. Her bow-leggedness and the arch in her back, these body condition issues seem to kind of be getting worse as she gets older. I'm not sure if that's just my imagination or if the bigger she gets, the more pronounced these issues are, but she probably won't be good breeding stock. So since we really like her, and she is she is really docile, and that's a trait that we definitely want to have in our calves. So we're gonna give her a chance, let her have a calf for 2022. We're gonna shoot for calving in the fall of 2022, and hopefully stay in the fall for the oncoming years. So that's the story for 23. There's number 20, and she's pretty docile. She's just real easygoing. She doesn't much care to get close to anybody, but that's really not that big of a deal. She did good in the trailer, so I'm hoping that she'll do good in the chute. I guess she won't really have any choice but to hopefully be good in the chute. But yeah, so she's bred, and she is not on the same schedule. I'm sorry, guys. As the I'm gonna try and do this without being too shaky. We just call her Mama Cow. So she is the Angus Simmental cross, and Mama Cow is just a total sweetheart. According to the previous owner, who I was just actually texting the other day, she was a real good mama, and she throws beautiful calves. The reason he got rid of her was to downsize, and what he's hoping for is just 100% Angus herd. So that little white on her head, that was starting to bother him. So anyway, apparently she's a real good mom, and she should be due in early February. So that's coming right up. We're looking here in about a month. She should be we should have a calf on the ground. She's looking pregnant. My chute isn't set up, and maybe I'll go into that a little bit, but yeah, unable to preg check her, but she definitely looks pregnant, and she never came in heat after being with the bull, and so he did actually see her get mounted, as far as I know. But yeah, so coming up here soon, we should have a calf on the ground. Number 20 behind her. I believe that she was with the bull in June, so June, July, somewhere around there. I'd have to talk to my buddy again. So yeah, she should be due a few months later. But anyway, that's cattle talk. Everybody's happy, everybody's healthy. We're going through a round bale almost on the button every 7 days. So my feeding schedule is real easy. We feed a dry round to the horses once every 10 days. That seems to be pretty consistent, so that's nice, because what that means is that I'm making consistent bales out of the round baler. So here's the shop. It ain't nothing to look at, but it's coming right along. So for those of you that remember, I framed in that doorway, and we put up a 12-foot wide by 9-foot tall roll-up door, and obviously I need to put some metal up. But so here's the situation. You can see this side was just kind of patched together over the years, and there's 3 different kinds of metal. So and it wasn't done properly either. It doesn't, you can see it doesn't overlap the way it's supposed to. So I'm just going to re-side the whole thing and make it all the same, so I don't have four kinds of metal. It just it's not very appealing. So anyway, I got a man door. I installed that a couple of weeks ago, and this roll-up door with the shiny metal, I built that about 3 or 4 months ago. I can't remember, but that all went smooth. So the shop is fully enclosed. I'm going to put a Circle D fabrication sign right up above that door, as well as a motion sensor light. So let's take a walk inside the shop. So Tedder's still hanging out in the shop. It's going to have to find a different home soon. So this is all going to get poured, and I'm hoping to have this dug out and poured sometime within the next 3 weeks or so. Just kind of depending on what I get for funds. I would like to re-side the outside first, and then take care of this later. So take a look here at the shop at some of the progress. So I framed in this wall a little while ago, which was kind of interesting, because it's originally, this was just a machine shed, that portion of it, 25 feet long. And then at some point in the 90s, they added this other roof section. And so that used to be the roof off of a chicken barn built back in the 50s or late 40s. So it's kind of neat. The ceiling in it is it's pretty much like a hardwood floor. You can see a patch that they did at some point. But so this area right here where the two join together, it wasn't done with precision, so I had to get kind of crafty to make everything work. I did pour a footing. You can't see it there because of the vapor barrier, but I went and bought one of those Harbor Freight cement mixers that you can do 2 or 3 bags at a time, which worked out wonderfully. So me and a buddy poured that one day, and just got it done. So the shop is fully enclosed finally. I am not battling incoming winds with with leaves blowing around. So this it's turning out. It's coming along. The shop is actually functional. So so there's a project that I'm just finishing up for a customer of mine. Basically what they needed was them shortened. The project engineer goofed up on some measurements, and so they got a hold of me to chop those down and make new feet for them. So yeah, anyway, that's it. So fab shop is functional. I got 2 man doors, which you have to have in order to be legal, to legally run a business in Washington State. So I did a little restoration on my welding table. After it sat outside, it got really rusty. So that came along good. Got my mill up and running. Put it to work for a couple hours the other day. Felt good to break the rust off of it and make some chips. So anyhow, I've been working on electrical. Mr. Nate, please close your eyes. So a lot of what I did here is temporary. It was just to get me going. I wasn't in a position to finish this wall, but I needed power. So I added a 100 amp sub panel there, and a lot of the stuff is going to be put into conduit. It's a strange combination of machine shed type walls and residential type walls. So with this, that's all going to be plywood, not OSB. It's going to look just like this. So the combination between the residential style walls and the machine shed style walls is going to make the electrical kind of interesting looking. I'm not really sure exactly how to go about it to make it totally right, but it will be safe. I work with electricity almost all day long, and very, very familiar with it. So it's all done safe and it's all done clean. So anyway, conduit's going in, and yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. The shop is functional. Really looking forward to getting this poured. So essentially what that's going to be, that is up to the door there is 26 feet. And so I'm going to build a steel rack that's going to go on that wall. And the saw is going to go in the middle with some infeed and outfeed track. And this will be like a dedicated walkway. But so this whole section is going to be dedicated for cutting steel. So this is such a blessing, guys. I no longer have to move my welding table or my mill or my welder to cut steel. I can actually do it all inside and not have to move anything. I cannot tell you how grateful I am to be here with a shop sized for what I need to do. So that's going to be dedicated for basically saw work, and this side is pretty much set up just the way that it's going to be, or close to it anyway. This is for fabricating. So, oh, by the way, I got a TIG machine. It's a little Everlast 185 amp TIG machine. So it's not set up permanently, but things kind of need to be flexible because the shop isn't humongous. And so I have the mill, it's still on a pallet. I don't like it for the stability purposes, but I do have a pallet jack, so I can move the mill, and the welding table is on casters. So if I need to, I can pull a tedder in here and fold the tedder down. So it's nice to have that flexibility. But yeah, so this will be a fabrication section, and then this over here will pretty much be dedicated to projects, kind of like what you're seeing right there. Painting a weldment, or I can bring my truck in here and change the oil, or make a repair, rotate tires, etc. So this will be for large weldments, automotive repair, beer fridge. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to conclude this video. It's getting kind of long, but thanks a lot for watching. I hope everything's going well for you. Hang tight, stay positive, and yeah, don't buy into all that negative crap that's going on. We're all better than that, and Country Boy can survive. So y'all take it easy. We will catch you on the next video.